Hello, everyone. I'm going to be doing a little training video for you to get you familiar with Asana. So this is really, I'm recording this with the intention of using it to give people before our 90-day planning session, just to give you kind of a taste of what Asana is. And so you can use it, practice with it a little bit. And then when we do our 90-day planning session on September 30th, we can just jump right in and start using it and putting your ideas in there and use it to the best of your ability. So my intention really is just to kind of give you an overview, show you a couple of ways that I use it myself. I just love it. It's a free tool. It's www.asana.com. Absolutely free. Of course, there's upgrades you can pay for, but I use the free version and I love it. So if you haven't already, you can pause it now, go create an account. I think you just go onto the website, create a username, password, and then jump back on. So I'm gonna share my screen. And Asana. Okay. So this is what mine looks like. And you can even see that I used it for a lot of things last year, but this year, my two favorites are my 2021 game plan, and I've been using it for my podcast episodes. So I'll show you guys kind of in a minute how I do that. But to get you started, if you see a screen like this, go up to the top in this little plus sign, and you're going to start a new project. So you can create tasks, but we're going to do a project. Click project. You can use a template, but I'm going to start with a blank one. So just click blank project. And I'm going to call this one Q4 2021. That's what we're going to be talking about in our 90-day planning session. So, and you can create a board, a timeline, a calendar, but you can also flip between. So I'm going to do a board. So I'm going to show you guys how to use the board option and then create project. And so what I'm actually going to do for the Q4 2021 is I'm going to, you can see there's default categories to do in progress and complete. But for this in particular, I'm going to actually use it for October, November, and December. And if you wanted, you could, of course, add January 2022 just so it's there. But in the new year, I would be making a 2022 game plan and having a Q1, but it's totally up to you how you want to do this. If it flows better to see all of them, you could always do that too. And then, so you can see under October, there's the task 1. So this is just a default task, so you can click on that. And what this does, I'm gonna move my picture out of the way. You can create a task. So in October, what was the number one task you wanted to complete in October? So I'm going to be talking more about this in the 90-day planning session. I'm going to walk you through a bunch of exercises, a bunch of things you can do to help you get really clear so that by the time you get to this point, it's going to be a no-brainer. So in October, for me personally, I want to, we're launch our mastermind. So Angela, if you guys watched our last video, Angela Papa and I are doing a mastermind for the last quarter of the year. So we're going to be launching probably in September, but we're getting started in October. So actually looking at this, I might even go back and instead you can drag these around as well. Instead of putting January, I'm going to actually put September in here. By the 30th, we're going to be past September, but since right now, as I'm recording this, we're at the beginning of September. And so if I want to launch the mastermind, I'm going to start thinking about, well, what tasks do I need to do in September? So I want to write the sales page. And I'm going to write emails. And I'm just going to go, take some time to think about that and put in my tasks here. Now, if you're planning on doing something big in October, then yes, you'll want to probably do it a month or two in advance. But if you're going to wait until the 30th and join us and then plan your goals, that's totally cool too. Because instead, maybe if it's too early for you to do a launch, maybe you might want to do your launch in November, in which case you'll put all the tasks you want to do to launch in November and October. And that's what's so cool. That's one of the things I love about Asana. It's so easy to drag and drop and move stuff around. And then in November, I want to start a human design blog. I've been writing all kinds of human design stuff from all of the human design coaching I've been doing. And so I want to start getting that out there, getting that information out to people, and also to advertise on Pinterest. I can't spell when I'm talking and typing at the same time. Pinterest, because I think that will help. Some of you may know that my podcast should be launching anytime soon. And so I want to start using the blog as a way to get people to get on my podcast. And I'm just creating my sales funnel. But notice you don't want to put too many things in 1 month. Like launching a mastermind is a big thing. So that's going to be October. I want to get into the groove of that before I start moving on to the next project, right? Sometimes what happens is we get really excited. I know I do get really excited and I think I'm going to do it all in October. And sometimes we just kind of overwhelm ourselves. So it's so good to have this visual of seeing, okay, I have something big in October. I could probably start this in November because I already have the pieces to do it. It's just a matter of setting it up. And then in December, I know that's the end of the year. I know there's Christmas planning to do. I have lots of stuff going on in December. So I'm going to give myself something not super crazy to do. I'm probably just going to focus on writing my book, which I've been doing a little bit at a time. But December, I really like because I love December. It's cozy. I'm planning for Christmas. And so it's a really good time to sit down by the fire, grab a cup of hot chocolate and write. And so that's what I'm planning for December. Now, these are just kind of like the big things, right? And so within it, you can go in. So let's do starting a human design blog, for example. Now, so when you're in this, you can, I'll show you guys that in a second. You can pick a due date for yourself for your tasks. You can write a description of what it is, and then you can add subtasks. So starting a human design blog, I'm going to need to figure out what my blog platform is going to be. Probably Kajabi, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind and use my website. I want to organize my current posts that I've been organize and collect. My current Facebook posts and IG. Anyways, you can just keep adding tasks, you can post updates, and you can keep going like that. But I wanted to give you guys kind of an overview so that when I give you time at the end of September to do this, it'll be already familiar, super easy to do. And the other thing I wanted to show you is, so if you go up here, you can set your status, which is more just for fun if you want to do on track, at risk, or off track. That might be better if you actually do projects. So for this one, it's Q4 2021. But for my podcast episodes, for example, or if you have a launch and you want it to be its own project, you could do that. And then you could keep track for yourself if you're on track, if you're getting your tasks done. Also really good when you start onboarding people to help you. I'm using this. I have some people helping me with my podcast episodes. It's been amazing. I can see what they're doing. They write notes to me. I write notes back, and we can really communicate through this platform. So this is the overview. You can see, you can write a little brief if you really want, add members so they can see the project. If you have members, they might not necessarily be able to see all projects, but you can add them so they can see it. You can see this as a list. If you like lists, if that's how your brain works and you want to see lists, you can see it like that. So you can just see September with all my tasks. October, we had the board, like I showed you guys how to set up the board. The timeline, I think that's what you have to pay for. The calendar is really helpful. So once you start setting due dates, I'll go back and show you. So say I write my sales page, say I want to give it a due date, you can put the due date here. So I want to have the due date, this written by the 24th. Then when you go to the calendar, you can see it. So you can check your calendar. So every day you can see, do I have anything in here? The other really cool thing about Asana, I have the app in my phone. And so I think I have one. You might be able to see it. I have lots of things going on in here. But there's one of my taskbars shows up. It's Asana. This is your task for the day. So you can just have it like right on your phone. You can check it from your phone. There's also dashboards that I think you have to pay for, but there's all these different ways to look at it, whatever works for you. That's all I want to show you. I wanted to give you a super quick little tutorial. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, let me know. And I hope to see you at our 90-day planning session on September 30th. See you guys then.